Apart from this, is there any other thing that can make a Nigerian to be socially excluded in a community?
Okay, I think to take us a little bit back to the provision of the Constitution, because I think that's where most of the problem started. Our ground norm, which is supposed to be the mother of all laws in Nigeria, looking at Section 25 of the Constitution, it stated clearly that once you are born a Nigerian, either by parents of Nigerian origin or your grandparents are from Nigerian origin, just from your last week webinar, it means you are a Nigerian automatically by birth. Despite this provision, it now gives routes for people to become citizens. That's issue of naturalization and citizen by registration. Now, you become a citizen by registration or by naturalization. Ideally, you are in Nigeria, so you ought to benefit from whatever is being benefited by Nigerians. However, that same constitution again gives some certain provision that excluded. For example, under the Constitution, Section 131E said that only people that are citizens by birth can become president, vice president in Nigeria. Same applies to even governor and deputy governor. You have to be a citizen by birth in Nigeria to hold these offices. Now, this same provision now was tested when the current deputy governor of Lagos State, Hamza, he has been in Lagos, but he has dual citizenship. From our last discussion, we talk about I heard from last webinar, that issue of dual citizenship, which is guaranteed to Nigerians by birth. However, this man was a citizen in the US and citizen in Nigeria by birth. And some people took him to court, the opposition took him to court on issue of his candidature, that he has dual citizenship, that he can become the deputy governor of Lagos State. The Supreme Court in that particular case, it gave a judgment where it stated that as long as you are a citizen by birth in Nigeria, you can hold dual citizenship. Now, my point here is, if I'm already a citizen, you say, okay, I can become a citizen by registration or by naturalization. Why is it that I can't hold these certain offices? This to me is kind of exclusion. I'm a Nigerian citizen. Yes, I'm a Nigerian citizen, but I can't become a governor of a state. Again, if you come to issues of maybe appointment into political offices, in the same Constitution, Section 147, sub 3, said that for a person to become a minister from a particular state, he has to be an indigene of that state. This same issue came up when the current Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, M&E Officer, was nominated from Kaduna by El-Rufai to become the minister from Kaduna State. Some people from Kaduna wrote a petition, went to the president, complained that Amina Mohammed is not from Kaduna State, although her husband is from Kaduna State. That's another irony again in Nigeria, this issue of citizenship and indigeneship. Her husband is from Kaduna, she grew up in Kaduna, but her dad is from Gombe State. That's how she lost that opportunity, although Gombe State used that opportunity to nominate her. But my issue here is, she's from Kaduna, her husband is from Kaduna, but because of this issue of indigeneship, she lost out that position from Kaduna. She has to go back to her own state, Gombe, to get this. So to round up the whole issue, I think why we are having all this issue of exclusion boils down to economic factors, the struggle for the little scarce economy, and I also think about issue of people seeing it as they're trying to see that maybe settlers are coming in, the settler indigenous issue. That's why this thing sprang up. You are not from here, you are a settler. I think we have a long way to go in covering this issue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's even also affecting the way we settle there. We might not even want to build our house, even when we have the means to do that. That is because we feel we have not been accepted as full members of that particular society.